All right, part two of the test review. Make sure you pause or rewind it if you need to slow down or to review anything, or reach out to your teacher if you need more help. All right, what is the value of D? In this case, it's negative 10, so that means to subtract 10 plus 2D equals 8. So we are going to do the opposite of subtracting 10 and add 10 to both sides. That cancels that out, so we still have 2D is equal to 18. It's 2 times D, so the opposite of that is to divide by 2 from both sides. So D will equal 9. D equals 9. Plug it back in to double check. Always double check these. It's super easy to do that, but it's easy to make mistakes. So negative 10 plus 18, that is correct. Negative 10 plus 18 is equal to 8. All right, what's the value of x? So 6x minus 14 equals 52. We're subtracting 14, so we're going to add 14. We're going to do the opposite. Very similar to the last problem, just written differently. So we have 6x is equal to 66. We're now going to divide by 6, because it's 6 times x. So we have x is equal to 11. Double check. 6 times 11, which is 66, minus 14 equals 52, and that looks right. All right, number 18. Letitia has a homework assignment. She must solve the equation negative 7x plus 2 equals 51. She asks her friends for help, and they give her the following solutions. Paul says x equals 2. Joe says x equals negative 8. Tara says x equals 7. And Rita says x equals negative 7. So which friend is correct? So we're just going to have to plug in each answer to figure out who's right. So Paul, we got negative 7 times 2 plus 2 equals 51. So negative 14 plus 2 does not equal 51. I don't have to go any further than that. That's obviously not correct. We got Joe, so it looks like it's going to be a bigger number. He says it's negative 8, so negative 7 times negative 8 plus 2 equals 51. Negative 7 times negative 8 is 56. 56 plus 2 does not equal 51, so that's wrong. So that's wrong. We've got Tara. Tara says x equals 7. Let's see if she's right. So negative 7 times 7 plus 2 equals 51. Negative 7 times 7 is negative 49 plus 2. And that would be negative 47. So that's incorrect. So by possibility of elimination, looks like Rita's going to be right. Let's double check. Rita, she says it's negative 7. So negative 7 times negative 7 plus 2 equals 51. That makes it 49. And just by looking at it, it looks like Rita was correct. So Rita is our answer. You'll see that problem on STAR for sure. What is the solution to 1/4 x minus 11 equals negative 1? So it looks like we are dividing x by 4, or multiplying it times 1/4, but think of that as dividing by 4. Okay. Minus 11 equals negative 1. Or if you were to multiply by the reciprocal, it would be times 4. So I don't want to confuse you. All right, so we're going to divide this by 4. I'm sorry, multiply by 4. Because 1/4 means to divide by 4, we're going to multiply both sides by 4. Actually, let's add first. I forgot about that. So order of operations, we got to do the last thing first. So in this case, instead of subtracting 11 last, we're going to do the opposite of that and add 11 first. So we have 1/4 of x equals negative 1 plus 11, which is 10. So I mean, common sense would say 1/4 of 40 equals 10. So in order to get 40, we would have to multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of that x, or that 1/4. 4 times 1/4 is 1. So x equals 40. And 1/4 of 40 is 10. 10 minus 11 equals negative 1. What is the solution to the inequality 3/4 x minus 2 is less than or equal to 1? So in this case, we got a lot of things going on. But let's add 2 to both sides first. So we're going to add 2. Pretty tricky problem, actually. I'm going to show you how to do this, and if it doesn't make sense, make sure you reach out to your teachers, because this is actually 3 steps. Or it doesn't have to be. So technically it's 3/4 times x. So if I were to divide by 3/4, that would be the same thing as multiplying by 4/3. So let's see what this looks like. So divide by 3/4, divide by 3/4, which is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal, which means we're going to flip it. And 3/4 times 4/3 is just 1. So those cancel out. Okay, those cancel out. Now we have 3/1 divided by 3/4. But we can't divide fractions, so we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to do 3/1 times 4/3. Keep, change, flip. Flip the reciprocal. So 3/4. Cross simplify, which is the same thing as simplifying at the end by dividing by 3. But in this case, we just do it at the beginning. So 3 times 4 is 12. Divided by 3 would be 4. Or if you cross simplify, you'll still get 4. So the answer is x is less than or equal to 4. This is the long way to do it. There's a quick way to do it, but I don't want to confuse you guys. So the quick way would just be to multiply by 4 first, then divide by 3. But let's not worry about that. So x is less than or equal to 4. X is less than or equal to 4. Tricky problem, make sure you reach out or get some extra help if you need to. Mrs. Housley asked a group of students to write down one possible solution to the inequality w minus 3.2 is greater than or equal to 3.2. So basically anything bigger than 3. All right. So which students have a response as part of the solution set for the inequality? So we're looking for anything that's going to be greater than or equal to 3.2. So Courtney, her answer is 8. 8 minus 3.2. Is it greater than or equal to 3.2? Yes. 8 minus 3.2 is 5.2. So she is correct. LaShawn, we can tell just by looking at it's going to be wrong. Let's take a look. LaShawn, his answer is 0. So 0 minus 3.2 is greater than or equal to 3.2. That would be negative 3.2 is greater than or equal to 3.2. That is incorrect. Negative 3.2 is not greater than or equal to 3.2. Patricia, her answer is 6.4. 6.4 minus 3.2, which is 3.2. And 3.2 is greater than or equal to 3.2. So because it's equal to, that is correct. And then finally, Matthew. Matthew is 3.2. And 0 is not greater than or equal to 3.2. So he is wrong. Matthew is wrong. All right, so Courtney and Patricia. C. Number 22, which number line represents the solution to the inequality 10 minus 5x is greater than 20? So we're going to, this is the same thing as adding 10 to the left side, so we're going to subtract 10 first. We still have negative 5x is greater than 20 minus 10, which is 10. Now we need to divide by negative 5 to get rid of that. Negative 5 times x, so we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to divide by negative 5. I'm going to go up here, so that gives us 1x, so x. We're going to flip the symbol because we're dividing by negative. Very important that we recognize that we're flipping that. Flipping the symbol. 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. So x is less than negative 2. X is less than negative 2. So this one, x is less than negative 2. It's an open circle because it cannot equal negative 2. Remember, if it's a closed circle, then it is equal to that one. All right, a few more and we're done. So make sure you show your answer on number line, so we'll do that. Negative 5x minus 8 is greater than negative 23. So first thing we need to do is add or subtract. We're going to add 8 because that's the opposite. So we still have our negative 5x is greater than negative 23 plus 8 would be 23 minus 8, which is 15. But we're going to keep the negative because the negative number is bigger. Now we are going to divide by negative 5 because it's negative 5 times x. So we're doing the opposite of that. But we got to flip the symbol because we're dividing by a negative number. We're dividing by negative 5. So x is less than 3. So I'm just going to write 3 there, 2, 4. It's open because it's less than. It's not equal to it. So x is less than 3. All right. Number 24, 160 minus 3z is greater than 190. So this is adding 160 to the left side. So we're going to subtract 160 from both sides. So we still have negative 3z is greater than 30. Since it's negative 3 times z, we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to divide by negative 3. We still have our z. Now the symbol flips because we're dividing by a negative, and it's a negative 10. So z is less than negative 10. We'll draw a number line. Be careful with your number line because the numbers, remember, are opposite of what you would think. So negative 10 is going to the left. Anything smaller than negative 10. And finally, 6n minus 6 is less than 72. We're subtracting 6, so we need to get rid of that. We're going to add 6. We're going to do the opposite. So 6n is less than 78. 6 times n, so we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to divide by 6. That gives us n is less than 13. N is less than 13. And there you have it. You're all done. Once again, it's an open circle because it does not equal 13. It's less than 13. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to your teacher. Otherwise, good luck studying and good luck on your tests.